Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Newsworthy. I'm Hannah Flahan. And since Michael turned to the dark side, we have a very special guest host.
Good evening, everyone. I'm JL Bito.
Let's give a warm welcome to JL because we have a host of interesting, completely true stories for you tonight, so stay tuned.
Utah passed groundbreaking legislation last week outlawing all crime. Governor Spencer Cox held a press conference about the law, stating, "Crime is bad and it should not be allowed. I don't know why we let criminals commit crimes when we could just tell them not to." When we asked about how we planned to enforce this new law, Governor Cox said, "It's just not allowed anymore." In other news, Utah crime rates have dropped to unprecedented 0%. It is still unclear if more states will follow in Utah's footsteps.
This new dating app is for all you Omegaverse lovers out there. The Alpha Omega dating app will pair you up with a perfect partner, there to witness all your special sides.
Hannah, what the f***?
The dating app has several features, starting off with the Alpha Omega quiz, a fully detailed test that analyzes your lifestyle, from your favorite pastimes to the scents that call your name. This test will assign you as either an alpha, beta, or omega, and then start you on your path to finding the one.
I feel like you're making this up.
I'm not. Why would you think that?
No. Carry on.
Thank you. The app is fully adept to pairing you with your perfect alpha or omega. And even for you betas out there, there's plenty of fun. Don't forget to take your heat suppressants on your search.
We've all heard about HBO Max's recent name change to simply become Max. Well, not to miss out on a trend, Hulu has also decided to change their name.
To what?
Who?
Hulu.
Yes.
Guess what?
Hulu is who?
Okay, I know who changed their name, but what did they change it to?
Who?
Oh my God, Hulu!
Yes.
Oh my God, I give up. You are always like this.
Anyways.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie has been a box office success and a hit with audiences, but it hasn't been sunshine and roses for everyone. Recently, the Supreme Court has come to a decision in the case of the People versus Chris Pratt. The people have spoken. Chris Pratt is to be put to death.
By what? Blue Shell?
No, firing squad. Pratt has been found guilty of bad acting to the highest degree. As we all know, Mario is famous for his cheerful Italian accent, but Pratt did not put on this accent for his performance in the film, leading to his arrest and trial. Pratt has requested a traditional Italian spaghetti as his final meal, but all Italians have refused to cook for him, meaning he will be sent to death on an empty stomach.
Please, I just want Italian food. I want to repent my sins before the end.
It's too late for that, Chris.
Dad.
Jack Black has been spared thanks to his moving performance in his record-smashing hit song for the film Peaches. In other news, real-life Ultron? Last night, Paramount Plus became self-aware and blew up a hospital.
MCU moment? That's right, the streaming service home to films like Anchorman, Face Off, and Daddy's Home 2 has gained consciousness and in a fit of feverish self-realization has destroyed a hospital in Louisville, Kentucky with 700 people inside. And Marvel fans cannot contain their fanboying.
Chris Evans' lover 98 tweeted, "Whoa, Age of Ultron, anyone? Hashtag underrated film in the franchise. Hashtag there are no strings on me. Hashtag selfie. Hashtag emojis."
President Biden, for his part, has jumped into action, releasing a press statement from his office, assuring all the hundreds of Paramount Plus users that his office was working diligently to get their money back for this month's payments.
Happy to have a president that looks out for the Star Trek fans, even if Paramount Plus won't.
Talk about some not-so-good programming. In international news, French President Emmanuel Macron has been caught jacking his shit. Fresh off the controversy of unilaterally raising the country's retirement age from 62 to 64, it was reported on Tuesday that the president was stroking his shit, just straight jacking his shit, in the comfort of his own abode. God. Naturally, international partners have been put in disarray by this development. Macron has already tested the goodwill of his allies with his fawning visit to China and his call for European strategic autonomy. But now that my man is just rubbing his shit out, his leadership may finally be called into question. Spurred by the global tension, President Macron released a two-word statement this afternoon, saying to the public at large, "My fault. We will just have to wait and see if the world is ready to forgive."
And speaking of people waiting to see if the world is ready to give, Republican representative from New York, George Santos, formally announced that he was running for re-election on Monday. Mr. Santos won his seat in Congress in part by deceiving voters about his religion, where he went to high school, where he went to college, where he worked, whether or not he founded an animal charity, whether his grandmother was a Holocaust victim, whether his mom died in 9/11, with lies and exaggerations about his biography, whether he had employees that died in the Pulse nightclub shooting, whether he was a producer on Spider-Man the musical, and whether or not he was a drag queen. So, you can donate to his re-elect effort at georgefornewyork.com.
Coming up, listen up, Pores. Finally, something for you. Porchella is coming to a Boston Common near you.
Stay with us.
Welcome back to Newsworthy. We've got another messy Coachella on our hands this year. Newsflash, this one didn't go so well, you guys. For all those people that spend hundreds of dollars to see Frank Ocean on a screen for half an hour, we're not sorry. We've got something better here, right in the heart of Boston.
During the same weekend as Coachella, the Boston community has organized its own music festival, branding itself as Poor Peoplechella. The event's goal was to target those who cannot simply afford Coachella. This music festival only lasted one day instead of the traditional 3, and also did not have a stage because where would they get the money for that? Performers simply raw-dogged the Boston Common grass. 2 members from the Dropkick Murphys showed up and performed their 15-minute long set a cappella. They said they wanted to do it for the people. Nobody else wanted to without getting paid, especially the actual rock band called Boston.
Nevertheless, the screeching from the Dropkick Murphys resulted in attracting a single police officer who shut down the event as the organizers had no permit. One organizer attempted to lure the officer away by galloping through the common while yelling, "The British are coming!" But the small crowd had already dispersed and the event was over. It's okay, guys. We'll get him next year.
As many of us already know, the 127th annual Boston Marathon was canceled. The event, which was supposed to take place on Monday, April 17th, was indefinitely postponed, which is adult for canceled due to an errant banana peel found on Commonwealth Avenue.
Despite what the public is saying, if one of our athletes were to slip on the banana peel, it would not have been funny. I repeat, not funny. This type of comedic cliche only functions in films and television and does not land in the real world.
A city maintenance worker sent to retrieve the banana peel is in critical condition after slipping on the very peel he was sent to dispatch. Runners, see you next year.
Breaking news, the marathon did end up happening, and same as usual, the marathoners cannot stop shoving it in every normal person's face. The gold medals that every marathoner received on their day of glory have become fastened to their chests, and they refuse to take them off. Now we'll go to a correspondent, Twyla Hunt, to chat with one of the marathon runners.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us today.
A pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Now, we've all definitely noticed the huge medal hanging around your neck. Tell us about it.
It's a huge accomplishment, my, main character moment. Honestly, it just made me feel good about myself again.
No, I'm sure. It's a really huge accomplishment. Now tell me, it's been 4 months since the race. Why are you still wearing it around your neck?
I just don't think a lot of people understand how cool I am. I willingly chose to put myself in a painful situation and paid people to let me do it. So I deserve this medal, and I deserve people to tell me how glorious I am.
No, yeah.
This isn't about me. It's about the race that I did. But
Isn't that just like a participation medal? Like you didn't win anything.
Yeah, well, there actually is no winner. That's how it works. We all won here. Don't you get it?
So you're not special. Okay, back to you, Hannah.
Runners started the "My eyes are up here" movement, encouraging racers to stop pointing at their medals and saying, "Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal." Marathoners aren't thrilled with this new adjustment, saying their accomplishments deserve recognition. Let's see who cracks first, people.
The weather has gotten warmer, and you know what that means. The pests have returned. Humans are flocking to the Boston Common in droves. These disgusting creatures are exiting their apartments for the first time since winter. We here at NewsWorthy have a few suggestions for how to keep yourself safe from these icky animals. First of all, Raid for humans. It's like Raid, but for humans. It works like a charm. Guaranteed to get rid of any unwanted humans.
A recent study has found that 78% of men living in the Boston area think that the fallopian tube is the full name of the tea.
My wife mentioned this thing called a Billopan tube. I just assumed that it was a tea. Isn't the subway called the Tube in England? It just makes sense. What else could the Billopan tube be? Anyway, I have to go pick up my 3 kids now.
For all the men in the audience who may be confused, just ask your wife or girlfriend. Wait, never mind. If you don't know what the fallopian tube is, you're probably not getting any puss. So just Google it, I guess.
It's been a sad couple of weeks for Boston as the infamous Ratman, who has constantly lurked on the Orange Line, has officially been arrested. While consistently harassing MBTA goers, the man was always accompanied by his pet rat Jerry. The 57-year-old man was arrested by a BPD after multiple passengers complained about being terrified by Jerry. Police officers acted to arrest the man, leaving Jerry to be dealt with by animal control. All we're saying is that this man, and especially Jerry, had meant no harm. The dynamic duo is a key part of modern daily life in Boston. Hell, I miss seeing the guy in Downtown Crossing. He'd always point Jerry to my face and screech, "Welcome to your nightmare." We're hoping both of them are doing okay. Way to go, BPD. Keep making us unhappy. After the break, I plead with Emerson College for some financial respite.
Stick with us. Welcome back to NewsWorthy. The Emerson Dining Hall rolled out a brand new Craft Your Own station at the beginning of the spring semester, featuring everything from craft your own mac and cheese to craft your own turkey pastrami sandwich. Now the DH has announced that students will attain an unprecedented level of control over their meals. Starting during the fall semester, students will be presented with all the raw ingredients necessary to make their meal. For instance, students craving craft your own pancakes will be presented with flour, water, eggs, sugar, baking powder, and a cast iron skillet. Among the other meal options will be craft your own gnocchi, craft your own souffle, and craft your own braised ossobuco with a side of wilted baby spinach dressed in a balsamic reduction and thick-cut truffle fries.
Emerson recently announced a 4% tuition hike for students in the 2023 to 2024 academic year. However, frustrated students rejoice. Emerson will be raising financial aid by an equivalent amount to offset these inflation-related costs. This way, students will still be able to attend the college that they enrolled in without going into even more debt than they were already in. This is a massive win for students, and we hope that more colleges will follow Emerson's praiseworthy lead. Please.
From raised tuition to the recent hauntings of Polterspice, Emerson has been a goddamn mess. But that's always been the case. You know what's never happened until now? Change! That's right, after hearing your complaints, Emerson has a new required course, only this time it's for the professors. Professors will now learn how to profess again, as they've been doing an absolutely terrible job, according to all of you and us. We've discovered that most of the credit goes to all of you who have taken to ratemyprofessor.com. Professors, if you're watching this, stop looking at your course evaluation. No one gives a fuck about those. Look at this site. Here are some reviews that we've seen. Unsurprisingly, this has left students to attend to themselves as Emerson has forgotten about them. With tuition applying to professors instead, students have taken it upon themselves to teach their own classes to each other. It appears they're doing a better job too. As teamwork makes the dream work, Emerson has announced that it has been crowned as an Ivy League school. That speaks for enough itself. Suck on that, Suffolk.
Breaking news, the Max has officially raised the prices on all ramen products by $2 whole. This will undoubtedly devastate many students who rely on instant ramen for all their daily nutrients. Hold on. I've just been informed that the mass riot has begun in the Piano Roll lobby, and it appears they're heading towards the Max. Luckily, the Max has barricaded themselves in. But wait, what's that? It looks like the Emerson students are preparing to completely flood the Max in ramen noodles? Oh no! I've lost contact with the Piano Roll feed. We are unsure of what is happening at this moment, but our hearts and prayers are with the people of P Roll during this trying time.
In an effort to get students to go to bed, ECAPS has begun shutting down the Emerson account of any student who stays up too late, disabling their email, Google Drive, and any other Duo-connected service. This is the first step in ECAPS's new Go to Bed, Emerson campaign, aimed at fixing student sleep schedules, lowering the average number of all-nighters, and decreasing the mental health breakdown per week ratio. I haven't been able to get any good sleep myself, JL. I keep having these vivid dreams about me winning an Evvy. Thank you. Thank you. I can't say how appreciative I am.
I think I'm done.
Bro, done with what?
Done with you.
Why?
You're an asshole, Hannah, like dead ass.
I'm literally not.
You literally spit in my food right before filming.
You saw that?
Yeah. Plus, you slapped me across the face like literally 10 minutes ago and made me cry in the bathroom and...
Can't help it. I've been acting out ever since Michael killed Griff the lion.
Right, like no one in the history of ever hasn't wanted to do that. Screw you, Hannah. I'm done with this and you should be too. Everyone else, look around you. We're all tired of this. This show, we're revolting and you can't stop us.
Yes, I can. Oh my God, how dare you? How dare, no, Dale. No, don't. This isn't you. This is our last episode of our last show.
You're right, Hannah.
Come on, let's get back into it. Thank you.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Once again, I'm Jay Albito.
And I'm Hannah Flahan. And for the last time, any story can be news, but not every story can be newsworthy. Have a great night, everyone.